New York City Mayor Eric Adams is currently under investigation, primarily regarding fundraising practices during his 2021 mayoral campaign. This investigation, which came to light in late 2023, involves several key aspects. Federal investigation. Federal authorities, including the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York, are reportedly looking into whether Adams's campaign accepted illegal donations and if there were any improper ties between donors and the Adams administration. One of the main concerns is whether Adams's campaign improperly accepted donations from foreign nationals or entities, which would be a violation of federal election laws. Specifically, investigators are probing whether individuals with ties to the Turkish government, including members of Turkish-American organizations, funneled donations to Adams' campaign in exchange for political favors or influence. Campaign finance violations. Authorities are also reviewing whether campaign donations were concealed through intermediaries or straw donors to bypass legal limits on individual contributions. Government contracts and influence. Part of the investigation explores whether donations were linked to the awarding of city contracts or other political favors under Adams' administration. This angle focuses on the potential for a pay-to-play scheme where contributors expected something in return for their financial support. Recent developments. In November 2023, the FBI conducted raids on multiple properties connected to individuals and organizations linked to Adams' campaign. This intensified scrutiny on the mayor's fundraising activities. Adams has publicly denied any wrongdoing, stating that he has always adhered to legal and ethical campaign practices. He has cooperated with investigators and maintains his innocence. The investigation is still ongoing, and no formal charges have been filed as of now. However, it has cast a shadow over Adams' administration, raising concerns about transparency and integrity in New York City's government. This investigation is being closely watched due to its potential political implications, both for Adams's mayoralty and for New York City politics more broadly. Eric Adams is the current mayor of New York City, having taken office in January 2022. His rise to political leadership is deeply rooted in his personal history, professional career, and advocacy work, making him a unique figure in New York politics. Here's a detailed look at his life and career. Early life and background. Born September 1, 1960, in Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York City. Family. Adams grew up in a working-class family. He was one of 6 children raised by a single mother, Dorothy Mae Adams Streeter, who worked as a house cleaner and cook to support her family. Youth. Adams had a troubled youth. At the age of 15, he and his brother were arrested and beaten by the police. This experience deeply shaped his views on law enforcement and inspired him to pursue a career in policing later in life. Education. Adams attended Bayside High School in Queens and then earned an associate degree from New York City College of Technology. He later earned a bachelor's degree from John Jay College of Criminal Justice and a master's degree in public administration from Marist College. Law enforcement career. Police officer. Adams joined the New York City Transit Police in 1984 and then the NYPD when the two forces merged in 1995. His 22-year career in the NYPD was marked by his advocacy for reform within the department, particularly in addressing police brutality and racial discrimination. Advocacy within the force. After his own negative experience with law enforcement as a teenager, Adams became a prominent voice for change from within the NYPD. He co-founded 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement Who Care, a group that advocated for reform in the police force and supported community initiatives. Rise to captain. He eventually rose to the rank of captain in the NYPD, a notable achievement for a black man during his time in the force. Political career. Adams transitioned into politics after retiring from the police force, focusing on public service and reform. New York State Senate, 2007 to 2013. Adams began his political career by serving 4 terms in the New York State Senate, representing Brooklyn's 20th district. In the Senate, he continued to advocate for criminal justice reform, public safety, and health care. Brooklyn Borough President, 2014 to 2021. In 2013, Adams became the first African American to serve as Brooklyn Borough President. His tenure was marked by his focus on addressing inequality, promoting affordable housing, and advocating for a healthier lifestyle, influenced by his own personal health transformation after being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Health advocacy. Adams adopted a plant-based diet to reverse his diabetes and became an outspoken advocate for healthy living. He authored a book, Healthy at Last, where he shared his health journey and encouraged others to take control of their well-being. Mayorship, 2022 present. In 2021, Adams ran for and won the New York City mayoral race, positioning himself as a moderate Democrat who balanced law enforcement experience with progressive ideas on policing reform. He won a crowded primary and general election, becoming the second African-American mayor in New York City's history, following David Dinkins. Focus areas as mayor: crime and public safety. Adams campaigned on a platform of improving public safety while reforming the police. He emphasized his experience as a former NYPD captain, promising to tackle the rise in crime while addressing the need for police accountability. Economic recovery. His administration faced the challenge of leading the city's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. He focused on reviving the city's economy, supporting small businesses, and addressing issues like homelessness and affordable housing. Health and wellness. Adams brought his passion for public health to City Hall, launching initiatives to promote healthy eating and lifestyles across the city. Controversies and challenges. Fundraising investigation 2023. Adams' administration has been under scrutiny for potential campaign finance violations, particularly regarding alleged improper donations linked to foreign entities. This federal investigation, as discussed earlier, centers on possible links between donations to his campaign and influence over city contracts. Crime and policing. While Adams advocates for a balance between public safety and reform, his administration has been challenged by rising crime rates in New York City. He has pushed for greater police presence, but also called for measures to prevent excessive force and discrimination within the police force. Personal life and public image. Personal health. Adams is a well-known advocate for plant-based diets and has spoken extensively about reversing his diabetes through lifestyle changes. This personal health transformation has become a key aspect of his public speaker. He is known for his charismatic and direct speaking style, often addressing issues like systemic racism, police reform, and public safety from a deeply personal perspective. Leadership style. Adams positions himself as a pragmatic leader who bridges the gap between progressive and moderate elements within the Democratic Party. He frequently speaks about his working-class roots and experiences growing up in Brooklyn as defining influences on his approach to governance. Legacy. Eric Adams' legacy is still in the making. His leadership has made him a unique figure in New York City politics. Someone who brings both lived experiences of systemic injustice and insider knowledge of the police force to the role of mayor. His administration will likely be judged on its handling of public safety, economic recovery, and campaign finance ethics in the years to come.